Hello, party people. What is down, or should I say up?
Oh.
Data.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nicely
See?
done.
There's been a couple strange occurrings going on in the gaming industry right now. And it's one that a lot of PC gamers weren't expecting. So, let me tell you, or let me ask you, Caleb. You ever heard of Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the game company that developed Fortnite?
No.
They're called Epic Games.
Oh.
They have their their own launcher, and they used to make a bunch of like other games that they've kind of like sold away into oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
They had this really nice looking MOBA called Paragon, very beautiful, and then they canceled it, and some other team is picking that up, and a few other games, of course. But of course, you know, Fortnite has been the main one that's like has pushed their company
That's their baby.
into not only like mainstream gaming but mainstream media.
Mm-hmm.
So what people are getting pissed off about in the PC industry or the PC gaming is Epic Games is now buying exclusive rights from game companies.
Mm-hmm.
And what this means is that, for instance, the newly released Division 2
Yeah.
is a Epic Game Store exclusive, which means that you can obviously still get it on Uplay, but you can't get it on Steam. You can only get it on Epic Game Store.
Mm.
And the other recently released game is Metro Exodus, which is also now a Epic Games exclusive until next year. So a full year. So you can't get it anywhere else but on their launcher.
God.
And why people are pissed off about this is because they have to wait a whole fucking year to play the game that they want to play.
Because it's not.
They don't, because the majority of PC gamers are on Steam. The only people that use Epic Games Launcher is for Fortnite.
Yeah.
So what Epic Games is doing now that they have amassed this like huge amounts of money is they're buying, devs. They're like putting money into their pockets and saying, hey, release on our store first. We'll give you $6 million to do it. Yeah, and keep it an exclusive for like a year or however long.
Oh, so it's an exclusive for a period of time.
So far, yeah, mostly.
They could go play it, but they'd have to download the other launcher.
They'd have to go on Epic Games.
Yeah.
And why people are pissed off about that is because they're creating this. They're just kind of destroying the market in this sense because people don't want to go to Epic Games. People don't want to use Epic Games. It doesn't matter what game it is. They don't want to use it.
Yeah.
And
why is that though?
Because like with Steam is like, you know, if you do PC gaming, you have Steam because that's just
the go-to.
It just has everything.
Yeah.
So as of now, you have like so many fucking launchers as it is. You got Origin, Steam, Uplay, Battle.net, you know.
Yeah.
And Epic Games it just seems very malicious when they're buying people out and saying only release on our store for a year, for the first year of a game's life, you know, when it's released, especially AAA games. It just kind of stunts the market.
That might hurt that game.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because people aren't going to want to do that. They're going to do what's easiest for them, and that's just play on Steam. Or maybe get it on a console.
But that really only screws over the PC gamers.
But also, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, Call of Duty might not see much of an impact, because if they ever did something like this.
Yeah.
You know, because they aren't, PC gaming isn't big with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
As big as it is with consoles. And But for most other games, if it's popular on both platforms, especially AAA games, the first few the launching period of a game is like its most where it will see the most sales ever in its whole life.
Yeah.
Except, well, I guess sales wouldn't really count. The most amount of revenue will be in the launch day and pre-orders, and right before. So with it launching on Epic Games and waiting a year, like in case of Metro Exodus, they will. It won't be like the same amount of sales that they would have gotten if they just released it on Steam or any platform that was just readily available. You don't see like EA doing that shit, which is kind of weird to say, because you think that they would have been the first ones to do that.
Yeah.
But it's just this, like, I don't know. People see it as malicious because it's just like you're creating exclusive shit. This is going to be a really difficult word. Exclusivity. In a market that doesn't need it, because the point of exclusivity was mostly for consoles.
Yeah, but it's terrible for the consumer, but great for the Epic Games, isn't it?
It's great. Well, no, I don't, because they're just building a bad reputation with everybody.
Yeah, but if they kept...
It's good for the developers.
If they kept doing that, though, I feel like eventually people would come around and just say, hey, this is the way it is. Like, if they got a good library of games...
I don't think so, and this is why. Because if they wouldn't have gone about it like this, where it's like a year exclusive,
kind of excessive,
where it's a year locked out only for the Epic Game Store, if they didn't do that, then yes, I could see them, like, Epic Games being
kind of eased into it.
Yeah, like, hey, we have Borderlands, or we have what game was it? Metro Exodus, and Tom Clancy's also on our game launcher. If you guys want to, just keep adding stuff to it. But now that they're doing exclusive launches, it's just a little...
Well, if they did hit the consumer with that kind of thing and eased up off of doing that...
I don't think...
Well, it would bring people to their launcher. At least people would have it downloaded if they wanted to play Division for the first year. And then they kind of, hey, we also have this game on here, just download it with us.
Well, that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
But that's why people don't like it, because, again, it's...
their game.
Exclusivity in an environment that doesn't need it.
Yeah, that's kind of garbage.
Yeah,
I can see it.
So, and this is the biggest thing, Borderlands 3 got announced.
Yeah,
you saw that?
I think I've seen some footage.
And they also announced that it will be Epic Games exclusive.
Wow.
For about 6 months.
Well, that's not as bad.
It's releasing in September 13th. And it'll be available on Steam in April.
Wow.
So
that's a very popular.
That was huge. That was a big one for me, because I was like, wow, really? Because they haven't released a Borderlands game in a long time.
Yeah.
And this game looks crazy. And I really don't want to use Epic Games Launcher personally, and that's just out of preference.
Well, I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, honestly.
I'm not.
I played it once and I was just like, this isn't, like, it isn't good.
Yeah, it's not. It's just, like, mindless.
Yeah.
It seems like, It really kickstarted, it really did bring gaming into, like, a media it's never really been in before.
Yeah. It definitely made, what do they call it? This certain type of match a thing.
Esport?
No, when it's, Battle Royale.
Yeah.
They definitely brought that to a head.
Yeah, there was one. PUBG was one that brought it up, but Fortnite just went above and beyond with it.
Yeah.
That PUBG, like, nobody else can compete with.
Yeah.
And I will give Epic Games that. They brought gaming into mainstream media.
Everyone's trying to do that now.
Yeah. But now they're becoming a little greedy with it.
Yeah.
Now they're just trying to get everybody to, like, go onto their Epic Games store for more money, and it's just kind of disgusting. There's a lot of games too. All those like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls,
Yeah.
Detroit, all of them are going to be
Really?
Epic Games exclusive. Let's see. That looks like the only one. That was like big for me. And of course, Borderlands 3. Outer Worlds, did you hear about that? That's the game coming from the Fallout New Vegas devs. That's going to be like the sci-fi sort of Fallout game.
Yeah.
That'll be Epic Games exclusive. World War Z, Industries of Titan, Spellbreak, Dauntless. They got a whole bunch of games that are coming out really soon. That'll just be Epic Store exclusives.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
They're trying to start their own monopoly.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to do it, and it's just pissing people
Trying
off.
to be the Disney of gaming.
Yeah, let's see them try.
No. I think that that type of gaming will go out of style. It's just a trend.
What, Fortnite? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll fall fast.
And then they'll have no, good things to hold them up.
The only game I've seen stand for a long, long time is League of Legends.
Yeah.
Like in the public's eye.
Yeah.
And that is the only game I've ever seen. That's been going on for almost over 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, I don't know. Maybe less. But that's the shit.
Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that shit you're supposed to do. We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening.